Hi, Gemini, and my cousin Kim, if you're watching this. So let's see what's going on with you guys for the month of November. If this is your first time watching, I am Jody, and I am crooked. I am Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I live in Carmel, Indiana. Some of you may know I just got back from a trip. I went out west to Scottsdale and Sedona and came home and proceeded to get sick. So I sound like a man today. My apologies. But you don't really care about that, do you? So let's see what's going on with Gemini for November. There's one. So yeah, my nose is so plugged up right now. I can't breathe, and even my oils are not working on it. I don't know what is going on. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's raining, so it's not like there's dust in the air right now. I need a couple more cards. All right, Gemini for November 2018. What do we got going here? Either not much or someone's being really stubborn. What's going on? Man. Sometimes cards just start flying out all over the place. I can't even keep control. And today, come on. Let's give me something. Give me a couple more. There's one. Okay, let's give me, I don't want that many. There's one. All right, and we'll take that one. All right, what do we got here? I need a drink first. Okay, so the Sun card is out. And the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles, and the Strength card. All right, so what's the storyline here? Okay, let me think here. Okay, so my first thought is, you were all excited about something, and I feel like you guys were in the process of buying a house or something. It was buying a new car, buying a house. You were all happy about that. I'm blurry all of a sudden. And so this was something you had been working for a long time. You were really excited about it. And then all of a sudden you got bad news. And it's taken a lot longer to get there than normal. So that's in the reverse position. And it's kind of you're oh my God, you were a week away from closing. I sold real estate for 20 years, so I can totally see this happening. You were a week away from closing. You had already had all your boxes and everything the moving truck was scheduled and all of that stuff was going on. Now, this is for November, so this could be coming up. So if you guys are in the process of moving, beware. You kind of have to be like Gumby when it comes to buying and selling real estate, because there's a lot of moving pieces in the process. And one little thing that doesn't get done on time or doesn't come into the mix right can throw the whole thing off on timing. This is not going to make you happy whatsoever, because again, you have the Sun card here. So you were excited, you were planning on moving into your house in November, you were going to have Thanksgiving at your house, and now all of a sudden you have found out that there is a hitch going on, and it is not making you happy whatsoever. So the Seven of Cups, okay, so he has a whole lot of things here, and I feel like you are looking at everything that is wrong with the situation instead of what is right. Yes, you are going to have a delay in moving into your new home. It's only a delay. It doesn't mean it's falling through. And all you can focus on is all of the bad that is happening with it now, all of a sudden. And that's what's like, you're like going, this is going to mess up this, and this is going to mess up this, and this is going to mess up this. You know what? Get over it. It happens a lot of times. That's why real estate agents are needed in the first place, is because there are, like I said, a lot of moving parts and pieces. You know, maybe the inspection on your new house didn't come out the way you thought it was going to be, and they have to do some repairs that were not expected. Look at the good side. The repairs are going to get done. It's going to throw things off a couple of weeks or 3 weeks or whatever the case is, but it's going to work out in the long run. You just need to readjust. And I feel like there is some money involved in this, so it maybe is costing you more money. Perhaps you were the seller, or maybe you were the buyer. Whatever the case, it doesn't matter. But you're like hanging on to your money for dear life right now. And I feel like whatever this delay is, all you can think of is like, this is going to cost me more money. This is going to cost me more money. You were already kind of stretching it thin, and now there's more money that's need to be had. Quit looking at all of the negative aspects of what is going on right now, because all that's going to do is stress you out. And go back and start looking at all of the positives. Thank God I'm going to get away from that stupid neighbor. Thank God we're going to have an extra bedroom, and now so-and-so can come stay with us and they don't have to sleep on the couch in the living room. Oh, this is going to be nice because the dining room is going to be better and we can have everybody over here for Christmas. It's not going to work for Thanksgiving. We can have everybody over for Christmas. Start looking at the positive side of everything instead of looking at all of the negative parts of it, because I feel like that's what's going on right now. And it's telling you to be strong, you know, get a grip on it. Be strong through this and don't have a meltdown. Buying and selling real estate can be one of the most stressful things in the world. That's why I don't sell it anymore, is because I was always the one that was in trouble, whether I did anything wrong or not. You know, it was like you got 60 pieces that all need to come together. And again, one person doesn't do their job right, or one thing doesn't happen on schedule, and everybody looks at the realtor and blames us. So, be strong. You know, I mean, whatever happened, it didn't happen on purpose. They weren't trying to do this to get even with you. Don't take it personal and quit being so bitchy about the whole situation is what I want to say. Quit feeling sorry for yourself. There's a lot of things to be thankful for. And again, you're just looking at the negative side of everything. Let's see. What kind of emotions? I already know what kind of emotions that you're working with here. But maybe this will dig us deeper into what's going on, and get some more advice cards of how to handle this delay, hitch in your plans, and what's causing your sun to go out. All right, there's one. You're feeling frustrated. No, oh, no, that's not frustrated. That's trusting in the reverse. So, okay, so that was in the reverse position. So now it's kind of like, can I trust anything that they are telling me? And that is really messing with your, yep, surprise. You were totally caught off guard. If this was a week before closing, like I said, you are totally caught off guard. I mean, you were like a bulldog. You had everything lined up. You like to have all your I's crossed and I's dotted and T's crossed, and all of a sudden somebody blindsided you and you are not handling this well. You're surprised. You're like, I can't trust anything they say anymore. And this is a lesson for you. Okay, so this is what's coming through. This is a lesson from the universe that you cannot control everything. And the universe has your interest in your best interest at heart. You don't want a house that is going to have major problems down the road. You want a house that the roof isn't going to start leaking. You want a house that has a new furnace in it, perhaps, instead of the old one. You want all of the repairs to be fixed properly. Yes, it's going to take longer. Yes, that was a surprise. Yes, the mortgage company said, you know what? We need this, this, and this. Get over it. And again, the universe is, and if it falls through, there's probably a damn good reason that it did fall through completely. The universe always has your back. And right now, you are not seeing that. All you can see is the problems this has caused. And your household at this moment in time is a real bear to live in. Everybody else is kind of taking it okay. It's like, all right, well, we'll deal with it. And for whatever reason, this has thrown you into a tailspin. Confused, disoriented, bewildered, and puzzled. Yeah. And trapped, imprisoned, cornered, and stuck. So even though those came up in the reverse position, I feel like they should not be, because I feel like you are feeling a little bit trapped about this whole thing. Because remember when I said that they were wanting more money from you for whatever reason? Somehow this was going to cost you more money. Maybe it's because you got to go live in a hotel room, and you feel like you're stuck. You've already gotten this far along, and now they've kind of changed the game on you, and you're feeling kind of stuck and trapped and like you don't have any options. So this would be my suggestion to you. Get your journal out and write out what feelings you are having. Why are you anxious about this? Why are you fearful about this? What's the best case scenario? What's the worst case scenario? What happens if you don't move and you stay, whatever? How much money did you lose? If you need $5,000 and you only have $3,000, who can you go to help you through this if it's the right thing to do? So I guess my best advice is, if you really are in a tailspin right now and in a tizzy about this whole situation, get your journal out. Write it out. One, you'll be able to get all of these thoughts out onto a piece of paper, and you won't be losing as much sleep overnight. And you ought to be able to see things a little bit more clearly when you have it written in black and white, because right now your mind is going 90 miles an hour, and you are a royal bitch is basically what I'm feeling here. Very difficult to live with. Man, I would not want to be your realtor right now. I am telling you that right now. Glad I am not your realtor. I had a bitch that I worked with one time, and she came at, we wrote an offer on a house, and then she decided after we wrote the offer that she didn't like the cherry cabinets that were in the kitchen because they didn't match her hutch or whatever. And so she decides that she asked the builder, and they weren't going to change the cabinets. She tells me that I'm going to compensate her somehow, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I'll let the builder know that you're backing out of the deal. I'm like, I was willing to walk away from money, and I didn't have a lot of it at the time, and I was fairly new in the business. I was like, I was ready to walk away from money, from commission, to get away from this woman. She was such a nightmare. So don't be that person. You know what? Quit trying to control the world, because nobody else can control it, and neither can you. Shit happens. Get over it. Okay, so now you're going to start feeling embarrassed by the way you've acted. You're feeling embarrassed because you did go off the deep end. That says liberated, independent, and unburdened. You may feel that way now. Hopefully by the end of the month you will. And, okay, so by the end of the month you won't be panicking as much, and you'll be free as soon as you get over this feeling of control that's going on and realize that you have no control over the situation. So let's get some advice cards from your guides and your oversoul and your past relatives and whoever has any words of wisdom to help you through this very trying and stressful situation that you are going through. And this is for Gemini, but it doesn't, this doesn't feel like it's sign specific. So if you guys know somebody who's in the process of buying a house right now, you might forward this to them, because even though you might not be going through this, somebody else could be going through this. All right, guys, what do you got to say here? Anything? They're like, no, you pretty much covered it. Nothing? You got nothing to say? No? All right, fine. Positive. They said go to this. These are daily positive thoughts and affirmations. This would be a way to get you out of your hateful mood right now. Too many. Man, apparently I did say everything that needed to be said. Okay, there's 3. Let's see what these say. I let go of my past and joyously live in the present. So, yeah, live in the present. Take things day by day. Things are going to be a little disjointed today. And I would imagine this is probably a lesson from the universe to loosen your grip on things and loosen your grip and let go of control. You can't control everything in the world. Today is going to be the best day ever. So when you watch this video and you finally decide, oh my God, she's right, that's probably going to relieve some stress. I have the strength and wisdom to face any challenge before me. That is a very good card to come up along with this. Yes, you can handle this challenge, and it is a challenge that you're being faced with. The challenge is to let go of control, not lose faith, not assume that the universe does not have your back, because we all know the universe does have your back. I do. You should too. I'm going to do a few of these too. You know what? Now I want some more of these. I like these positive thoughts and affirmations. They're going right along with what you're going through and what you need to focus on. The good and not the bad. And I am open and receptive to all the good things this world has to offer. What did I just say? Focus on the good. You're focusing on the bad right now. And that is what's got you in such a tizzy. Today, I focus on being the absolute best version of me. Yeah, get the bitch and put her away and put her back in the closet and keep her there. I think that is all I have to say. And this is Gemini. So again, if you need a personal reading, hit me up. This sounds pretty specific for a few of you, so you might not need a personal reading. But I hope to see you back in the middle of November. Everybody have a great day. Thanks.